Hey, Bill Cassidy here, and I want to do a quick review of the InstyMe Autoresponder service. But before I do, I just want to take a quick second to mention how important it is to have an autoresponder service. Now, when I first started out in marketing, people had told me you need to build a list, but I kind of dismissed it, because I really didn't know who to trust. So I was trying a little bit of everything. I didn't know what was I going to send people emails for? I didn't even know what I could talk to people about. And I really didn't want to have a $20 a month bill, to be able to send out an email to like five people. I was still learning at that point, and I wasted a lot of time, probably like a lot of people, going from thing to thing, trying to figure everything out. And that really was one of the things that you really have to do. And it doesn't matter what niche market or industry, whatever you're in, it doesn't matter. You need to build a list, and you need to have an autoresponder service. It's one of the essential tools. I put autoresponder service in there with domain and hosting. If you want to make money online, you have to have these. If you're a small business, even if even if you do, cut hair or whatever you do, whatever your business is, it doesn't matter if it's a local business or whatever. You should be able to get in contact with people who use your service, give them deals, and this gives you a way to follow up on them, and it gives you a way to follow up on the back end. Uh, I, I really can go into a lot more with that, but that's not what this is about. I just want to mention it. It's so important to have an autoresponder service, and when I found InstyMe, it made everything a whole lot easier for me. I've used Aweber and I used GetResponse, and you know what? They just seem so confusing. Every time I had to do something, I had to go all over the place and make all these settings. It was just such a I didn't like it. It just wasn't. I find this InstyMe a whole lot easier. Now there is a setup process that you have to go through. They use Amazon SES, so you have to go to Amazon. You have to verify your email addresses, and you have to kind of take you have to get a key from them and paste it into the InstyMe mailer system. So you have a couple little things to do like that, which I don't know, maybe you don't, I guess you don't have to do them well, you still have to do stuff anyhow. So regardless, I found this just to be so easy anyhow, but once you get that done, then it's a whole lot easier. So I'm actually in the InstyMe autoresponder service right now, and if you come in here, all you really have to do is start a brand. So I'm just gonna start one here. Actually, I think I started this the other day, but um, I think I had to. You know what? Let me use Billy. I like Billy better. Sounds friendlier. I had to verify my email, and then I think I never finished, or my computer crashed or something. Let me see if that does it. Yeah, and that's what I did. I actually, yeah. See, you know what? That's what happened. My computer crashed, so I never did this. I never used this email. So this is one of the things I'm talking about. Now I'm going to have to go over to Amazon. Let's see if they have it here. No. I Okay, so this email right here is not verified, and it will take a little bit of time. I don't know how long, maybe an hour or so. I don't remember. So, but I did check this one here. I didn't have the email forwarded to me. My computer crashed, which is sad because I'm a computer tech. But my computer crashed and I never finished that, so I never verified the email. So I just went and sent it again. So this will eventually be, you know, will be okay. So basically, that's all you have to do. You have to just fill out those forms, or fill out these lines here. That's it. Everything else is okay. So I'm going to hit save now, and then I'm going to go back into my brands. So I've created the brand. So here it is now. So I'm going to click on it, and now I'm in the. Let me see here. I'm going to need to make this a little. Make this a little smaller here. Okay. All right, so basically, this is the InstyMe dashboard here for once you create a brand. Now, in that brand, you can create as many campaigns as you want, as many lists as you want, and it's all really pretty easy. The first thing you would use to create new campaign here, if you want to go ahead and just send a single email to somebody or to your list. Um, if you go to view all your lists, this is where you would, well, first you would obviously have to create a list, but then once you create the list, you would choose that when you send a single email to anybody. But the real way to let me just call this one here. Let me see. I'll just call it that for right now. Now I need to go to view all lists again, and now this list is here. So if I click on this list, and I can call this anything I want, okay, this gives me all the information that I need, or a lot of the information that I need, and this tells me basically what's going on, and obviously nothing's going on right now. But the first thing I would do after I would create the brand, then create my list. Then I would come in here to list settings, and I would change anything here that I would want to do. So if I want to make a single or double opt-in, that's what I would change. People go back and forth, and there's certainly reasons for using both of them. I think a lot of people like single. Double is a little bit more secure for people, and if you have problems with spam or whatever, this would prevent you from being more of a spammer because people have to opt in. But I don't think that's really something you really need to be concerned about right now. Well, not I won't say that either, but I'm not going to go in any more detail right now. Just kind of want to talk about this. But you would you would add a page in here for wherever. So once somebody subscribes, they would go to a landing page. This would be their success page. So depending on what your strategy is, you might have somebody subscribe to your page and then take them to a one-time offer. You may be giving them something, and you may a video where you're educating them on something, and then maybe you have an offer alongside of it. But a lot of people are going to make this page a one-time offer, and like I said, that depends on your strategy. Okay, so you would just save that, and then that would be your list settings right there. Okay. Autoresponders here is the next thing that's pretty important that I want to talk about, and you can just call this whatever you want to call. Keep calling this the same thing. With this, what you do is you create your autoresponder email sequence. So when somebody signs up to your squeeze page or into your opt-in form, which the best scenario would likely be on a squeeze page. Maybe you promise them something, and then, like I said, you give them a one-time offer, or you deliver, and then maybe you have another offer there with it, if in the case where maybe they need to be educated. But once you collect their address, you're going to make an offer to them. That's usually one of the best things to do. And then if they buy, you could give them an upsell. If they don't buy, maybe you try a downsell before you deliver whatever it is you're going to deliver. A lot of times it's an ebook or a video or something like that. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to come into your autoresponder email sequence, and you're going to add in emails here. And the first one you're going to deliver immediately, and then that will usually be like, well, thank you for subscribing, blah blah blah. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to email you a couple times a week, or not that often, or once a week, or anytime I feel something good might help you. You would write stuff like that in there, and then you would save it, and then you would come back in and you would do number 2. So your second one might be one day, the next day, and you would go ahead and you would keep loading up all these into the autoresponder sequence, so that everybody who comes into your or opts in will automatically get an email the first time, and then the next day it'll get another one as you choose. And those emails are likely going to be trying to sell your services and educate your customers about your services and how you can send them, or your services and products, and how you can help them. Okay, so I'm going to go back to view all lists here. The other thing, let me see, whatever. You get all this. Oh, that's just right off the start there. Um, and then subscribe form here. This is the other thing here. So when you this is what you're going to need. You're going to need to come in here and copy this form here. Too much. You're going to need to come in here and copy this form, and then you would put this wherever you want your opt-in form. Now it's just a plain thing, so if a lot of times there's squeeze pages, you can put it in there and you already have the formatting. The other thing that you can do is in your InstyMe desktop, you can also at the top it says opt-in boxes. You can also get a couple different opt-in boxes from them or from InstyMe also. Okay, so here I just pulled up the InstyMe desktop software, and you see in this it has you can go to your brands here and still do all the same stuff that you could do before. But it has a form up here or a menu up here that says opt-in forms, and you can choose get opt-in form. And you can do this when you're actually working in the desktop software on the specific WordPress site, which can be very convenient, especially if you're new and starting out. It makes things a lot easier. I use both. Okay, so I just pulled that up. So I guess I have to navigate to my list here. Okay, and it pops up automatically. Would you like to use this? Yes. Okay. And then what I have here is the choice to use a couple different already formatted opt-in forms. So here's one, and you can go ahead in here and change the colors, and it'll eventually spit this out in HTML. So if you want to copy it and then just go into the HTML and change the headline or the color or the border or anything like that, you can do that too. Sometimes that's easy too. I do both. This would be another example of a different style. These are good for in pages or in post, these last two. And then this one here is more for a widget, but I kind of like it in post too. So I use both. I just wanted to show you. And just in that's the basics of it. I showed you most of the important stuff on here, and before I end this video, I just want to say again, it is so important to have an autoresponder service. And if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would order InstyMe on day one because there's so much there. Besides the software, you need to have a domain and hosting. You have to have them anyhow, so it really doesn't cost that much more to have the autoresponder. With InstyMe, have everything all together. It's not much more than regular hosting would be. And I've never ordered the cheap. Well, actually, I can't say I've never ordered cheap hosting. I had cheap hosting a decade or two ago, and I hated it. It was horrible. So I've always bought better hosting. Since I've switched over to InstyMe from other ones, I haven't had one single problem with any of my websites, and my websites are running faster. But like I said, the main thing here is this autoresponder. This is what makes it a no-brainer, and the fact that it's so easy to use. I just can't recommend this stuff highly enough. If you're just starting out or new, or you want to make money online, these are the tools you have, and you can get this for about the same price as regular hosting. So, like I said, if I was starting over again, I would start. This would be the first tool I would buy. So, if you're making your decision, or basically, I just want to tell you that I hope this helps you in making your decision. There's a lot of options out there. There's a lot more autoresponders out there. You now have Constant Contact and MailChimp, and people still, a lot of people still love AWeber and swear by AWeber. Get response is huge. So it really doesn't matter. As long as you have an autoresponder and you're building a list, you're on the right track anyhow. But like I said, if you're just starting out, this is just so easy and it's affordable to have everything all in one spot. So I hope you enjoyed this review and good luck with everything. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.